there's this person who wants to be with you, and you are now willing to destroy it because they don't remember seeing a certain date, anniversary, right? Because that's much more important than what you have now, right? Another Night Ignition podcast, number 9, which is amazing. I think it's like a story number. I don't know, right? It's like a magical number. It's 9, so to speak, right? There are those numbers, right? 3, 6, 7. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Every number is magical. Hi, Christina. Good to have you. You were missed. I think you weren't here last time, so good to have you back. And of course, guys who are always here, we're delighted that you're here. And anybody new, thank you for being here as well. So we'll go into it. Night Ignition podcast. The topic tonight is romance, which is like really appropriate topic. Ula said before, now it's Christmas coming, the most romantic time of the year, and let's look into it, right? Let's look into it. So what does the dictionary says at first, right? Mm-hmm. So romance is a feeling of excitement and mystery associated with love. That is the first definition. And there is a second one, which is a quality or feeling of mystery, excitement, and remoteness from everyday life. So saying that, right, what do you guys hear? Like, what is present to you hearing those two definitions? I can, generate them again if you want to be more present to them, because there were two, and sometimes we just, lost it, lose it. Sometimes we lost it, and sometimes we lose it. So Emma, you are laughing out loud. Share with us.
Yeah, I'm thinking about this mystery, and to me, I don't know. I never thought of romance as some kind of mystery. I connected very much with these butterflies in the stomach. So is in love, being in love. I connect romance with that, and I connected with being, I don't know, gentle to the person you love and to do stuff for them that they enjoy in. Yeah, that's for me romance. Or never, I get this excitement. I do feel excited. But mystery is like, ooh, okay, something new.
All right, cool. Ula?
For me, romance is magic.
All right. So, can you say a bit more?
Yeah, so I can have romance with myself when it's snowing outside and it's like magical. I can have romance when I'm looking in the sky, and I can have romance with my dog. So all those special magical moments, actually.
All right. Awesome, great. And before we go to Alex chat, you can type down what is romance for you as well. Like, if you would define what romance is, just share with us, please. I'm gonna read it out loud and really want to know where you guys stand. Alex, what is romance for you?
Yeah, for me, romance is act from love, and that you put aside your needs and yourself out of the picture and give everything give something to the, from my perspective, to the girl, and to set up I can connect with that remoteness from everyday life, because when I'm romantic, I feel like that, because it's like everything stops, you're in a momentum, and you're just there and nothing else exists. And you're fully present, and you enjoy in that moment. And I think it's the connection of that has so much bigger impact on the relationship or partnership.
All right, awesome. So yeah, what I hear when it comes to romance is, I do connect it with love, but not only on a romantic relationship level, or but in a relationship to every living being. So that's what for me is like, I don't see that romance is something that you give flowers to a woman that are cut, because in that moment that is not act of love, it's act of whatever it is, because flowers do not grow for us to cut it and give it to other people. That's my perspective, right? So yeah, for me romance is like, when the little guy, when Ty smiles, that's romantic. It's like, that's magical, saying by Ula. I could agree with that. Like any moment that is magical, and then only our own perspective is basically blocking us from seeing every moment of our life as magical, right? Especially in these times when there is, so let's say, much more people dying, so to speak. So yeah, Mr. JP says, I agree with Ula. For me it's also something magical, something giving you pleasant feeling. You don't need two people to feel romantic. And Christina agrees. And Karina says, for me romance is only connected with love, a partner, but it doesn't have to be a big gesture of flowers. Romance can be a look.
Cool.
Yeah, also cool. Yeah, right. We all have our own definition of romance, and it's good that we get all around it. So, but going into the definition from dictionary, right? It's like it's all about the feeling of excitement, mystery, remoteness from everyday life, which is where I don't agree with that definition. Like, they say romance is taking you out. It's like remote you from everyday life. But I would say romance actually, it's like something that you appreciate everyday life. It's like, right? So I get that it's connected with the mystery and excitement, and usually we people are, when we are mysterious or excited, it's like, oh, there are no issues, there are no troubles, there are no problems. And in that moment, basically, you are right. There are no problems. What is the problem? I don't know. Problem only exists where? In here. So that's funny that, it's like this says remoteness from everyday life, when I would say that, it's actually being present to everyday life.
Yeah,
right.
I agree to that.
All right. Romance is a kind of behavior, act, a gesture, says Christina, and Karina says, I agree that romance isn't remote from life, it makes you present. Yeah, cool. Okay. But anyway, we will look at our own personal cases, like is so to speak, and we look into that, because there's this, we see romance already from maybe some new perspective, right? Because usually when you think about romance, it's like Emma said, all being in love and butterfly feelings, and all these gestures of flowers and chocolate and candles and flowers on the bed and stuff like that, which is all awesome, and it's like but if you're really honest, where did we pick that up? We go back to Hollywood movies, right? Just to be honest, right? So yeah, maybe Alex, you start. Okay. So with what you want to share with us tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to share why I'm not romantic anymore, I think. So what happened to me was when I was with the first girlfriend, I was like romantic from my perspective, like huge romantic from, I don't know, we can connect that with some movie type of romantic. So I was planning for Valentine's Day to be extremely romantic. So there was December, and I was like start to plan the big day, the big February the 14th, Valentine's Day. What will I do? This was like master plan, And I just put some ideas together, and what I felt that was going from me to I just wanted to create a special environment and space that was loving and caring and gentle,
And what did you do? Now we're all interested in that. What action did you
I'm
plan?
coming.
Oh, okay,
coming.
sorry.
You know,
I'm
not
just
mood,
curious.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool.
So yeah, and then the February came, and we had before Valentine's Day, a few days before, we had a little bit arguments. The things were not so pretty. So I thought to myself, okay, I think with Valentine's Day, I just wanted, I just expected and just wanted that mood could go up, so we could be, we could have a better relationship, or we can just clear things up. So I was excited, I was like, okay, I'm going to prepare this and she's going to love that. And yeah, all right. So I set the mood in my room, like scented candles. So, and I put also those rose petals on the bed, in the heart, shape. And then I bought a massage oil, and I bought her favorite chocolate, and her favorite drink, and my favorite drink, and I bought her a present, a perfume that she wanted to have a long time ago, but she didn't have the money to afford it. So I listened also to her. That for me, romantic is also to give to give partner something that she also needs, or desires, and she doesn't go for itself to buy that. And then I wait for her to come. I set up the mood, the lights off, and the romantic music was on, like I just Google it, romantic music, that's it. So
Oh,
yeah,
we got the whole picture.
yeah.
Ladies, how are you doing right now? Alex setting the mood. Just share in chat. Be honest, right? And Ula and Emma, let's stop Alex here. How are you doing right now? What do you see right now? Emma, what do you see?
So great. I'm just there, It's like, oh, this is really nice. Just get in the mood.
Emma, what about you?
So cool. Ula.
Ula, sorry.
Yeah, I was just like in a movies,
Mhm.
And then, what happened then? Oh, that's so cute.
You see, you got him excited. You got him excited. Karina
Yeah.
just said excited.
I was also excited, I was like preparing for this master plan for 2 months, that was the first time I did this. I was nervous. I was like, oof, would she like it or no, or how would she react? And I know that we had a disagreement a few days before, I didn't know how she will react. And yeah, I also thought that she will accept me in a way that she will say, oh, you love me so much, yeah, that kind of stuff. So she came to my house, to my room, and then I closed the door before, and I put my hands over her eyes, and then I opened the door, I walk her in, and then I,
Uncover.
moved her hands away, and there it was, the scene. And she was quiet, and she was like, what is going on? And then it happened. She was not excited as I thought she could be. So she thought that I have some hidden agendas, and she thought that I'm doing this for, making up for something, and, and I told her, and she asked me also, why am I doing all those things, what I want from her. And then I said to her, because I love her and I want to experience and to share with her some special moments, and the Valentine's Day was for me also some day of, especially to do something for your lady, because I was very young back then. Now I know that you can be romantic every day, not just on Valentine's Day. And her reaction was, I felt rejected. The mood was killed from my perspective. I was like feeling, oh my God, I'm not good enough. I'm not enough. I just, I was preparing for this for 2 months, and she she rejected my whole gesture, and she got me all wrong, and I felt like, okay, what is going on? I didn't knew what is going on. So, and yes, we didn't do everything that I planned. So we just, sat and just talked and got some arguments, and yeah, it wasn't go pretty well. So from that day on, I think I just decided, now if I connecting the dots back, that if whenever I will be romantic, I will be, too much, how do I say, vulnerable, like yeah, and I will be hurt, and I will not, and that's, the girls just don't like that kind of stuff. So I stopped being romantic, and the impact on me was, in a way, that I was numb. I started to feel like numb in this kind of situation. And from my last relationship that I had, she did that to me, because I never experienced that kind of romantic from a girl to me. So the last partnership, the last relationship was she was like that. And when she does some romantic things for my 30th birthday, when I came home, she like cooked me a dinner. She get some 30 things that I love about you. She put that on a wall, and she set up the mood, and also the candles and everything. And I was like, I didn't know how to react, because that was my first experience of getting some romance to me. And I was like, uh-oh, what just happened? And then I think I had that experience from my first that I get, and back then I didn't realize that. Now I know that. And I was like, oh my God, how can I accept this? I cannot accept this. This will go wrong. I cannot, And she was like, what's wrong? Don't you like it? And I cannot fake my emotions in a way that, yeah, everything is awesome, because I was like numb. I didn't felt anything inside of me. I was so, oh my God, she did it all that for me. She, how much time did she, spend and planned and everything, but I couldn't show her that, and I was like being mood killer, literally. So, and that that put us, a scar on our relationship also, because she didn't felt also accepted, and I rejected her, but I didn't want to reject her, but my reaction was so rejective. So yeah, so that was the impact. And when we broke up, I can say, after Landmark Forum, yeah, I got some discoveries then, and I go into communication with her, and I just also communicate that with her. So I found that's what was present to me back then, and that I apologize for my acting, for my being over there, and that's nothing, that has nothing to do with her and with her, gesture. So yeah. And now what am I present now is like, now that I know what went wrong and how I reacted, I wish and that I will be romantic back again. So yeah, I know it's like, I cannot say if I'm romantic or not, because I don't have partnership now. I will see when I will have, but I'm determined, and I choose to be romantic because I like being romantic, because it's I have good feelings about that, so that's it.
All right, cool. Who wants to be Alex's girlfriend now?
Chat, come on.
Chat, come on, go. Thank you for that, man. You see, this was romantic, what you just did right now. In a way, I would say definitely that is a romantic gesture. You were just now like really open and vulnerable with us, and you just admitted, so to speak, you took a responsibility for what you did, right? And you didn't go like, oh, it's her fault that she reacted that way, blah, 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 blah. But it was like, no, I decided in that moment, right? So
Yeah,
it was your decision that actually then drove your next girl, or I don't know which girlfriend after her, away. So, that's
Yeah.
really cool thing. And right now, when you said I choose to be romantic, it's like, now we all are like, who's going to be? Wait, she's such a lucky girl. Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
you'll be like,
She will be lucky, definitely. All right. So in between, Yo Nance Toenail V2. Greetings all. Hi. Good to have you here. But go a little bit back. So Mr. JP said, I never dated a holiday movie romantic kind of guy. My first boyfriend told me that he always imagined that once he gets a girl, he will be buying her flowers all the time. And then he met me and realized that flowers are very expensive. LOL. How is a smart guy. Anyway. Like you cannot pick up flowers, you have to buy them all the time. But it's cool thing. And Jake P says Valentine's Day become too Americanized, influenced by Hollywood. So in my opinion, if you're not romantic other 364 days, you don't have to be on that day as well. I mean, I'm agreeing with that, but in a way, better to be one day than none day at all. But it depends if then it's really a romantic gesture or it's just because everybody does it. But anyway, if a girl takes it, it's romantic, I guess. it floats the boat, Yeah, it's not jealousy. We are talking about romance, yeah. That is my thing. So, yeah, I'll share that after we finish the podcast. What I want to share here. Just remind me, Jake. Remind me afterwards about this situation. Anyway, so yeah, Alex, thank you for that. Right. So, but how do you see it now when you said I can be romantic, like and for you it's like romantic every day? What does it? What does it mean? That what did you saw that you would be doing or being or
now
Yeah.
I'm present to it, but from my past experience, that I want to wake up every day and look to the person I love and to fall in love again every day. So you have to work through that, and you just not years and days to pass by to see like only occasionals, because I think you can choose that you will fall in love in your girlfriend every day of your life, and you can live in that kind of state. So I see that is possible, and that is also doable, because every time you get up, like I'm getting up and drinking water and training, I can also look at my girlfriend and I say I love you, and I will do what is in the best interest of our partnership, to be loving, caring, supportive. That is
Awesome.
present now.
Awesome. Yeah. It just sounds like what did you just share? That's it basically. That's how long-lasting relationships that are fulfilling for people, last. So that's great.
Yeah. And now my heart is like, oh, when I'm sharing this, is like bam bam. Yeah, I'm just feeling.
Hey, it's not comfortable, right?
Yeah.
It's not, right? Because being like that, and knowing that, there's automatic way of being for a human being who, it's not to be vulnerable. It's something that you have to work for, right? It's like, but it's exciting at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Share that, but I'm like, oh, I don't know. I have that,
Yeah, well, when you will be in a situation, then you will be put to a test, I guess, so to speak. Yeah, right. But good thing, and one thing I would also just add here is like what you shared is not taking your partner for granted. It's so easy to take everything in your life for granted, and when you are not taking it for granted, then everything can basically be romantic, like, right? Yeah. So yeah, Janan's Toenail, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the family. And yeah, maybe Alex just answered your romance is not that, but if you said you want to be alone, that's how you want it. We just want you to be happy, and if that's being alone, that's great for you. That's all this is. But tonight's topic is romance, so let's put a little bit intention into it, guys. Okay, so we have this guy who thinks that romance is dead. So let's bring it back. The romance actually is not dead, but our perspective on romance is dead. Right? So let's put it that way. So all right, cool. Ula, is your connection okay? Can you speak? Because I'm seeing
I
your
can speak. Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you,
Okay.
but your camera is way behind. But anyway, as long as we hear you, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So I was thinking about what being romantic and having romance means for me. And actually, I realized, for me, it's not just being romantic towards my partner, but it's also being romantic towards people I love.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, really love my sister. Like, she's like the best sister in the world for me. And we have a really special connection. And when she was 16, that was a hard time for us because our parents were having constant fights for a year. And I was really planning to do something very special for her birthday. And the movie, the Disney movie Frozen, when she was like, I don't know, 13, Frozen was in the movies, and I took her to watch it, and it was about two sisters, and they had each other's back, and they really, really went along, and they loved each other, and I saw that like us, like me and her. So for her 16th birthday, I prepared myself a musical, like a scene from that movie, where the little one is singing that, if you know it, it goes like, "Hey, do you want to build a snowman? Come out and play." And because she really went, like she was really in a bad place that time, and I was like trying to get her out of there. So I really prepared myself. It was like crazy. Like I was singing, I was dancing. There was a playback. I dressed up like this girl from the Disney movie, and I sang for her. And at the end, I gave her Olaf. You know that how it's called?
Snowman.
You made it from snowman. Yeah, thank you. I made her a snowman, like not a real snowman. I put it together, and it looked exactly like Olaf. And I think it was one of the most romantic moments in my life, because it really, there was so much magic in that, I don't know, 5 minutes. And she still has that Olaf, little Olaf, and we like, the Frozen 2 came out like a year ago, I think. And because I want her to feel that romantic moment, that magic again, I took her to watch Frozen 2. And like, I'm gonna be 30 and she's like 22. So it was really funny. There are all kids there. But yeah, it was really romantic. And for me, romantic is really just bringing up some magic, like just creating something magical for someone else. That's really magic for me. And that's why I love December so much, because I really like to give people something special, to like be the magician for them, to create something magical for them to just to make them feel loved. That's it.
All right, thank you. And can I share a secret with you?
Sure.
You just did that.
Oh.
With you sharing that, right? It's just like, Mr. JP asked, Ula, is there a video of this? Sounds super cute. And Christina shared, I love this cartoon. So, but yeah, Jonas, I got you. So you have a romance towards animals, but not the people. And then you explain that, you don't want to date animals. We got it. We're not judgmental here or twist-minded, at least not openly. No, we are, but we don't think when you said that, because we have Emma here, who is basically in a veterinarian school, and she want to be a veterinarian surgery, stuff like that. So, we get it. Emma loves animals as well, especially the sick ones, so she can work on them. No, I'm joking. Well, without sick animals, you wouldn't have a job, right? If they would be all healthy animals.
Yeah, okay.
But
Okay.
I'm just, put that. But I got you, buddy. I got you, And, if you can love animals and then tower plants, you can also love people. But it's not always easy. Just like, we people love to suffer, so to speak. So, right? If there is no suffering out there, we just create one, Oh, my partner, look at me that way. That means that we have a lie, and then you go suffer. So yeah. All right. Cool, Ula. You just got us in the Christmas spirit, snowy mood. They say it's gonna be snowy in 2 days, so but let's put it like that, right? You shared something with us before, and I'm not gonna share what you said exactly, but what I'm gonna say is what I'm up to, and I'm sure Alex and Emma will go with me, is that you have the most romantic December ever, even through the emotions that you're going through, okay? So, you're not alone. And you
Thank you,
have
I
other
love you.
people here, like, you have Karina and Emma, and the whole chat is with you. So, yeah, you see? And Jens wants to become a vet nurse as well, Emma. How cool is that,
Cool.
right? So, yeah, anything else, like, what I'm left with is like, right, if we put a little effort into, but not even effort, sometimes we think we need to be romantic, we need to put a lot of effort, like Alex shared, like 2 months preparation, and then Ula then put a whole show on, right, to be all these big gestures, right? And then Alex's relationship didn't go well. And then on the other side, Emma will share now that sometimes maybe Luca did something that big, and she was like, "Oh, I love you forever." And how is that possible, Emma? Share with us, right? So I don't know if Luca ever did these big gestures for you, but I know he's doing a lot of little ones.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to say that, like, in the beginning, I remember I perceive it as the most romantic thing ever, and it was on my prom, and he was my date for the prom, and there was this little lights. They turned the lighting off, and just like flickering lights, and the cute music, and and we were dancing there, and he said for the first time that he loves me. That was to me really like, oh my god, like I was so, I want to say, in love, like in what I shared earlier, but it was so, I don't know, like hormones, oxytocin, I don't know, all this stuff flooded over my body, and it was so pretty, like so amazing to me. And okay, then in like what is now romantic to me is I don't really like flowers. I mean, I like potted flowers, but I don't like roses. He did bring sometimes a rose to me, and it's really cute in as a gesture to me, but I don't perceive it as romantic, and what is romantic now to me is that we just sit down and talk. I mean, candles do make like the whole mood. They do set a little bit more of a mood, but it's really we would just, oh, I know, in the summers I love like summer evenings, and we get very chatty at summer evenings, and it's that kind of special connection. I don't know, just kind of like something going on there when we sit on the balcony with the little candle for mosquitoes, but it's it's candle.
It's a candle.
And yeah, and we just chit chat, and that is now really romantic to me, that we're just there and just really focused on each other. Yeah, but and before to me, in the start I would perceive it something as some like big stuff. Yeah, now it's just like as you said, like a lot of little ones. And also I like to snack on candies sometimes, and Luca knows exactly which are my favorites. And like 2 days ago he would just come home, and I would just start my period, and I was all moody and on the couch, and he was just like, oh, there you go, and he gave me the candies, and I was like, oh, just that gestures that would get me in a good mood, that would, and I perceive it, oh wow, he really loves me, he really cares for me, he's really focused on me being okay. So that is now romantic to me.
All right. So just like that, you are really being listened to and accepted as who you are, and then he's doing the things for that, and you actually experience that he really listens to you, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, if he would be like on the phone all the time, or that I would see it as fake. Well, he can do anything, and if I would see it as fake, then it wouldn't matter to me. It would be like shit. So, but because I perceive it as some real effort, actually, like that. He has to go a little bit over himself too. That he wouldn't go, I don't know, playing games or whatever, and but that he really has to put some thought into, oh, what would she like? What makes her feel good? What makes her feel loved? And how can I be gentle to her? So like that.
All right.
Really something special.
There we go, guys. You always wanted to understand women, but there you go. This is it. Ula, do you agree?
Yeah, I was on mute, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, well, actually, I was like almost crying when you were sharing it, because I really could feel it, when you were sharing the talking part, like summer evenings. Yeah, it is romantic, and it's connection. It's a real connection.
Yeah, right. So, and Mr. JP agrees. So she said, "Nice, Emma." So I guess
I just want
JP,
to also say,
get your romantic mask on. Yeah, but right. It's like when we have the romantic, the love podcast a while ago. You two weren't yet part of the podcast, right? But we were missing ladies, and then I promised the guys we will get the insight on how ladies perceive things, and I think Emma just like right now just perfectly said it. It's not that big of a mystery to understand women, guys, as we perceive it. It's just like really simple. Listen and then act on it. I don't do it, but that's like but I don't pretend that it doesn't exist, right? No, I do it. I don't know. Mrs. JP will say it. Mrs. JP, you share how you experience a relationship with me, but be honest, So yeah. Meanwhile, there was a little debate. Sorry, Jonas, I didn't see before that you wanted to become vet nurse, and I want to become zookeeper, which is really awesome. Keep on doing it. Appreciate it. And Karina says, for me, it was romantic when I had work to do and my boyfriend sat next to me watching a movie and I could hold his hand and kiss him whenever I wanted. You see? It's not that hard, guys. You just watch a movie, she holds your hand, give you kisses, and that's it, right? It's so simple, right? It really is what Emma just shared and what Karina shared and before, like Ula and it's really not that hard. Because why I'm putting that out is because usually it falls onto guys, right? To be romantic. Whenever it comes to romance, it's like, okay, what is he gonna do for you? What is he gonna buy you? Where is he gonna take you? It's gonna be fancy or not, right? It's like, that's why I said before, and that is what we mostly see in Hollywood movies, and then you go out there and it's kind of like that, at least my experience with some of the girls. Not all of them, but with some of the girls. It was like that in the past. So, Mr. JP, do you remember our first I love you? We were both lying in bed, sick in London. See? That was romantic. So we were in London. She was doing a course, the forum that Alex was saying before. She also did it. And I was there with her. And then she catch a flu, I think. And, she gave it to me. And then we were lying, all sick, hugged. We didn't know who is sick more, probably. It's like, are you? Is me? It's like, and then, I don't know, I think I cared of her more than she cared of me, so to speak. I did all the teas and stuff. I don't know. I don't want to put injustice there. It doesn't even matter. But yeah, but that is like, you're lying there sick and you still want to hug that person. It's just like, why would you want to do it? Usually when we are sick, we're just like, it's all about me. I want to get better, my health, my this, and then it's just like, this, I love you. And even though you're sick, you can be romantic. How cool is that? But to answer your question, you're a good listener and observer. You're just lazy. Yeah, okay, I am. I know. That's me. But she knows it. She knows what she chose. So that's a cool thing, right? So for me, I also did that things, the romantic things that you guys like Alex shared before. I also did that for I think for my first girlfriend, who I was in love with for 2 years. I never loved her. I was all the time in love. There is a big difference. I shared it before in other podcasts. But to just summarize it, being in love is a big, huge, fancy, really pretty lie. The biggest lie our brain come up with. And then loving is totally another story, right? But so then, I didn't have similar experience as Alex, I would say, because she liked it. But then later on, I was reading a lot about, exactly this difference, being in love, and love doesn't really exist. The only thing that exists is being loving, the connection. And then when I think about, okay, if I love, right? If I'm being loving, so who am I being loving towards, right? Like, if love doesn't have boundaries and it doesn't peak, it's just out there, you're just being loving, then it's like it's being loving towards myself, towards other people, towards animals and plants, right? And then I was all in that, some of the let's call it Eastern philosophy. And then I listened to one, I think it was Guru, who was saying, like, if you love a flower, you leave it where it grows. You don't pick it up, because in that moment you don't love a flower. It's a selfish act. You're like willing to destroy flower so that you could be happy, so to speak, right? So that is what got me to thinking, like, yeah, but that is what being loving is, right? And then, yeah, people can go, what if you take a fruit from a plant? But it's a fruit, right? You don't destroy the whole plant. You take a fruit, it would fall off anyway. It's a seed, so to speak. But yeah, that got me to thinking, right? And in that moment, I just saw, like, if I'm out there as a being, loving human being, I just cannot give dead bodies to other human beings. It's, for me, picked flowers, cut flowers, is dead bodies. Why would I give it to you? Like, oh, I appreciate it so much. Here, have 10 dead bodies. Have fun. Are you happy now? Yes, I'm so happy. That means you love me. No, that doesn't mean I love you. That means I just give you 10 dead bodies. That's what it means. But, that's how I perceive it. So that's why I don't do it. And, some girls didn't cope well with that. Usha is also like, she would love to get flowers, but I'm like, you should choose another guy. No, but we still have some flowers at home. It's potted flowers. So yeah, and that gave me also to thinking like what romance really is, and like we all shared before, like, right, it can be anything. Anything can be romantic. Whatever you say it's romantic basically is romantic. So I wouldn't put a definition that, doing what Alex did is the only way of being romantic, or doing what Luca and Emma is doing, or what Ula did for her sister, that all these gestures are being romantic. Romantic is also what we are doing right now, right? Talking with it. And the dog behind Ula, he is romantic right now. Look at him. He's just here, he barked, and now he forgets he barked, and he is now here again. He's looking for something, he goes away, That's romantic. He's only in the moment all the time. He doesn't think like, what I'm going to do next. He just is, right? So that's for me, it's like, it's really romance is, life is basically all in all. It's a big romance. It's a story anyway. It has a beginning, it has a middle, and it has an ending. So stories does it too. So yeah. Jake P says, we all know that's nothing new about him being lazy, doing everything with minimum effort. Ha 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 ha. Well, that's why I have habit tracker. That's why I have checklists. So, I'm dealing with it. But, which I shared once before, what you don't let be doesn't let you be what you want to be. So if I don't acknowledge my laziness, I will do everything not to be lazy, and then I'll feel shit, and it's not going to be very romantic. A message from a gardener, London Crow. A message from a gardener. Depends on what flowers. Roses actually like to be pruned. So pruned means cut, picked. Is that yeah, all right. I'm like, I'm not that Londoner. So to speak, being fluent English in all the words. But now I know. So yeah, I don't really know, but I'm like, that's how I see it. That's my perspective, and I'm just gonna stick to it because I want to be right about it. How romantic is that, right? But yeah, I mean, I think it's a cool thing what we just saw here, right? How can, being fixed on one idea that Alex were having about the, that's gonna be a big romantic thing, that it's gonna fix everything. We had a little fight, now it's gonna be a flourish, right? She will forget. I don't know what your idea was, what you shared, right? And then it all go to fart. right. It didn't even matter at that time because, so yeah, I think what and you guys will share as well, what I'm taking out here that is just like, it's cool to do big gestures from time to time as well. But I think it's the best thing is to being present to what Alex shared in there, not taking people or things for granted, but keep appreciating and keep loving them every day. And yes, we will fail at it, but once we admit it, we basically become loving again. So what do you guys want to share?
I want to say that I want to say opinion, but
Yeah, it's okay.
That you can't fail at it if you are both. So if it's like towards somebody, not with flowers and with towards a plant or animal or whatever, but I'm talking regarding relationships. If you're both focused on being romantic, if I say like that, that if I want to do some gesture for him and he knows, you know, that I want to be romantic. There is no way I will fail if he accepts me the way I am and the way I present my romance to him. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And one other idea popped in my head, that you can be fixed on being romantic, right? And then, like Alex was sharing, having the expectation it will go a certain way, and then when it doesn't, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna be anymore. It's like, you know, when I'm romantic, things turn sideways. I'm okay. So yeah, it's like when you are being with another person, like really, you know, doing some gesture, but to actually show them, to be with them, and really spend time being with them, it's another thing. Or when you are doing it in order to fix something, or to be romantic, or, you know, to show that you're capable of big gestures, then it all becomes about the result, you know, and expectations. And that is everything that, so to speak, romance is not. So yeah, but Alex, I just mentioned you a couple of times in the last minute. So what do you want to share?
Yeah, I want to share just that I didn't expect in December how it going to be, but a few days before, because we had an argument, and I thought that this will be, you know, something to be fixed, but it's still wrong to expect something, you know, because it's not being present to it, and that I'm not doing those big gestures like in a way all the time. I still believe in every day be present with your partner, and that's the whole thing that I got from every for experience, and that I want to share with the audience that are listening to us, because I think many men and guys have similar, you know, could have similar experiences like I do, but, you know, I just want to shout out, like, it's nothing wrong if you take it as that kind of, you know, like you are a failure or something, but now I'm dealing with it in a way that I take responsibility for getting, you know, in that kind of way, and that is not nothing what she, you know, how she reacted, it's like all on me, you know. So when you're in control in that kind of, you know, when you own that, I think you can live life more happily, you know, more happy.
Cool. You see, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ula, anything you want to share?
Yeah, I was thinking about what Alex said, like big and little things. Now those big things like Valentine's Day and birthdays, we actually expect them to happen. So we are not so, it's not so magical, and we're not so excited when it happens. And those little things, we don't expect them to happen because they just happen randomly. And that's why those little things are so much like are more magical for me than the big things. I'm not saying that you should not do the big things. Okay. I'm just saying it's like, for me it's more romantic or more magical.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
goes also with the podcast about expectations, right? Did you want to share
Exactly,
that?
that's what I was thinking about.
Alex, you want to say something?
Yeah, that goes in the contra way also, because when girls are romantic towards us, you know, or towards me, I'm now dealing with that I accept that, you know, that somebody is doing something to me also, and then I accept it without a feeling, because I connected with the, if I'm doing something, you know, for her, she will respect, she will, you know, I don't want that her have a feeling for that she will have to give something in return. I think that if you give something, you should give in non-expecting way to get something back. You know, if I'm romantic like 100 times and she's like romantic one time, I still, if I'm romantic, you know, if I choose to be romantic, I will be romantic 101 times, you know.
Mm.
In
Like
that
no
way.
matter what she does, you
No
choose to
matter
be romantic, you will be romantic, whether you get it back or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is cool thing, right? And it's go also like, you know, it's like all our podcasts and topics will be like whooshy mushy, right? They will all like, I don't know how to say, but cross each other's, and like just so just what Ula shared is just like yeah, you expect it, right? And then you don't appreciate it as much as if it happens out of the place. And that was exactly the point of, you know, that's the nature of expectations. It turns anything to shit in the end because it's either happens and you're like, yeah, I know it, I have a birthday, of course they bought me presents, like, you know, it's like, you know, there's no special thing, you know. And then you have this thing, we can actually take gifts. I think that was the idea last time, but I don't know, you guys would choose it later on. But it was that's one thing about gifts, right? We were like, oh, it's easy to buy a gift, right? You don't need to put much effort into it. And we're like, you have to put a big effort. That would make romantic. Do something yourself, right? Make a snowman or something. That would be romantic, right? It's like, not if you go out there and buy me a perfume that I like, or, you know, oh, you remember the last moment, right? You were on the way home and bought me something at the gas station. Oh, you're not romantic. You forget it, right? And then you turned it. Yeah. It's like it's wrong, right? But you know, when you're if you're really romantic and being present, you know, that person did remember, did do something about it, even though if it was last minute, they could still come home and be like, "What's going on? Anything happens?" And you will be there like, what am I getting? And then you get big fat nothing, right? But you don't get big fat nothing. You still get to be with that person. I mean, you know, if we are talking about romantic relationship, and we are hooked on these dates and on this, right, on everything, instead of just, you know, there's this person who wants to be with you, and you are now willing to destroy it because they don't remember seeing a certain date, anniversary, right? Because, you know, that's much more important than what you have now, right? It's like it's much more important to celebrate something that happens years ago. So, and it doesn't mean anything right now if there is no love present and you're being at each other in each other's faces like, you don't remember, we have anniversary. Okay, cool, there is much love there. we got it. Right? But all right, the chat went live a little bit, but we also have, so Mr. JP says, but we also have this typical romantic moment. Sometimes you come to me and we dance, or you light some candles, or we watch baby. Yeah, you know, that's how simple it is for me. It's like, I guess that's why she loves me. I don't know. She loves me because she loves me. I guess that is the best answer, right? Right or wrong? Right. Okay. Cool. Let's be moral about it. Let's be all moral, not loving about it. Mr. JP, this is lovely. Yeah, it is, right? And it's so simple. And then we go into our mind and we think, you know, we just want to ruin it all. And then Jake P says it's freaking hard to buy a gift. Well, true that, I agree. It is, right? Nowadays, when, you know, it used to be like back in the days when our parents were young, you know, chocolate was not that present. So it's like if you get somebody a chocolate, it was like, woohoo, you know, or if they get an orange, right? My dad told me a story that, you know, when he got the chocolate, he didn't chew it. He was licking it, so it was last longer, right? Wow. So imagine that. And now you go out there, right, and a family friend is having a birthday, and you know they have it all, right? So what are you going to buy? It's either be a wine, some alcohol, or some chocolate, like they will get anyway thousands of it, right?
Gift card.
Now this is popular nowadays. Gift cards. You see, Jake P, we got an answer. It's not that hard. Just go in Kulandia and buy a gift card or Supernova, whatever it is now.
200 stores.
Yeah. So for Alex is 200 euros. For Ula is how much? I'm joking.
You don't have that much money.
Yeah, you don't have it. You see. So we are at a really hard job to make December romantic for Ula, guys. We don't have that much money. So, it's gonna be, I don't know, I probably sell the computer. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
A bottle of
There goes
liquor,
our
that's the
podcast
gift,
then.
right? Yeah. So, anyway, to wrap it up on romance, right? It's just like, what are you guys taking on? Like, did you discover something new, or did you hear something new for yourself, or just some confirmations, or something that you can take out of it to really be present to romance?
Yeah, I can. What's present to me now is confirmation, and that romance are all the little things and the occasional big gestures, and that you just experience them. But this is, I truly believe in that, because
Yeah, it's cool.
that's just
Yeah.
that's just being me. So little and the occasional big things. So for me, just like I said,
Yeah.
365 days you can be romantic if you want, and that's it. You choose which day.
Awesome. Which day do you choose to be romantic? Are you gonna be romantic tomorrow? Towards your mom? Tomorrow Alex is cooking lunch for the family. Huh? Do you take it on? Do you take it on?
I take it on.
All right, cool. See, there we go. There we go. Alex, you have to share next big gesture with us. Looking
Yeah,
forward.
first, I need a partner, and then I will share.
Oh, you don't need. You can do a big gesture without a partner,
Yeah, I can do that.
You can do it for a random girl
Yeah.
if you want to do it. Why not? No.
Nice.
Ah.
Yeah. We'll think about it.
Stop thinking. Start
Yeah.
thinking.
Stop thinking. No, I will not think. I will do it. I will do it.
All right, let's take Jake P and then we go to Ula. Well, as Mr. JP said, everyone has it all these days, and for me, the easiest way is to take somebody to the store and tell them, look, pick what you want. I remembered in the past with my last year's girlfriend, I actually listen a lot to what she likes, wants, and it was easier. But like buying a gift for a friend, family, I find it hard. And Karina says, I discovered I also appreciate the little things, and I'm grateful for my boyfriend and for you guys, and that you had this conversation. Thank you. With a pleasure, Karina. Our intention fulfilled. Check. But anyway, Ula, let's go to you. What are you taking from tonight's podcast?
First of all, I feel grateful to have you guys, because I feel much better now than 2 hours ago. I can see that everything's gonna be just fine, and that really every moment can be romantic and magical. Even like how I see it, even if you have a dark time in your life, you can still sparkle it up. So at the end, it's just like dark sky with a firework, so it's okay.
Awesome.
Exactly. And is it dark when it's fireworks?
No, it's lighting up.
Exactly. You see? Another thing, chat. Remember, you're never really alone. You just think you are. Emma, what are you taking?
I'm so inspired by all the Ula sharing, and I'm taking with me that this romance is something magical, and I will also create the most romantic Christmas of them all, or whole December. So I'm really excited, and it's just like and this word sparkling. I get it. It's gonna be sparkling. So thanks, Ula. It's a dog.
Yeah, well, like, what's going on? Is there a tank crashing into your house, or All right, awesome. I got an idea. So next podcast, we all show up with some lights or something behind us, right? All right, cool. Jesus, man, fuck. I don't like this Christmas thing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And I got an idea. We will put our tree here behind me, there where now the printer is. You see. So and I will have lights behind me, and Deadpool will have some lights around the head. Why not? Just got it. We will buy them because we have only one set of lights. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, so for me it's like what I'm taking from is that I could also like give it in, to be honest, in what Alex was sharing. I also did give up on these big gestures because I I'm like they don't they don't mean shit. It's like bullshit. It's like and then people are taking you're not making effort, even though really listening to your partner and listening what they're committed to and stand for them even when they don't want to stand for them. I think it's more romantic than setting up a big dinner with wine and candles and all the flowers and stuff like that. I think it has a much long lasting effect. But yeah, we'll bring some romance. I might do some things. I'll share with you guys on social medias. Some maybe some dinner, or I will maybe bake something. Why am I saying this out loud, man? Fuck.
Yes.
You're crazy, JP. Anyway, but yeah, let's do it. Why not? Let's have the most romantic December and whatever.
I have an idea.
All right, whatever that means for us, right? I think it's just gonna be perfect. So Ula, say it. What's your idea?
That everyone says one thing that he or she's gonna do tomorrow that's gonna be romantic.
Ow! All right, Emma, first you are on the left.
Yeah. I want to, because I've been talking a lot about it with Luca. I want to put the Christmas tree tomorrow. Put it up, and that we do it both, and that we get playful while we do it, and yeah, just spend time with each other like that.
Amazing. Ola.
So romantic.
I'm thinking I think I'm gonna give a small gift to someone who's not gonna expect it.
Oh.
The mystery box. The mystery box and the mystery person. Woo! We like it. All right, Ula. Alex?
Yeah, I want to add some more mystery now.
All right. Are you gonna do the same thing?
No.
Is that a mysterious thing?
Took
Okay.
away my mystery part because romantic is also mystery.
All right.
And I'm going to say that I'm going to hug a very special person, and I'm not going to say who it is. Surprise.
OMG, there will be so much love tomorrow. Good thing that you guys don't see what am I doing. But anyway,
What you gonna do?
so much love tomorrow.
And you, JP?
We also have a plan that we will make a Christmas tree, and I don't know. I have this idea. I don't know, Emma. We can talk about it a little bit later. So we cannot give you all who are watching this stream afterwards. I mean, this podcast afterwards. You gotta be here with us, for some extra that is coming after we finish. But anyway, so a weekly challenge is the question is like that you guys think about what is romance for you, right? And then communicate that either with your partner or your loved ones, right? Like, just go out there and be vulnerable and share yourself. Like, what do you think is romantic for you? And, maybe we can also put in that you guys also do one romantic thing tomorrow for whoever it is. And you might get surprised because Alex is not saying who he's gonna hug. So
Serious.
But anyway, this is it for podcasts on romance. So take care, guys.
It might be you.
It might be me.
I was also thinking.
No, we are on lockdown. We do not accept guests. So, it's gonna be a cold hug for Alex if he's coming for me.
Come on.
but we will hug on Wednesday through Zoom anyway. Anyway, guys, this is it about tonight's podcast. It was a pleasure, and see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.